Hello and welcome to the Old Fliers. Today we salute a truly old flyer, namely the last surviving Battle of Britain pilot, John Paddy Hemingway, who has died at the ripe old age of 105.
And finally, the bravery and service of John Paddy Hemingway, the last surviving pilot from the Battle of Britain, has been remembered following his death at the age of 105. The Prince of Wales led the tribute, saying Britons owe so much to the former World War II fighter pilot.
Paddy Hemingway joined the Royal Air Force as a teenager before World War II. At age 21, he was a fighter pilot in the Battle of Britain, a 3-month period when Air Force personnel defended the skies of Britain against a large-scale assault by the German Air Force, the Luftwaffe. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer and Prince William paid tribute to Mr Hemingway, saying his courage and those of all RAF pilots had helped secure our freedom. The Deputy First Minister of Northern Ireland, Emma Little-Pengelly, described Mr Hemingway as an absolute hero. Speaking to the Northern Ireland Assembly, she said, "My goodness, when you read his obituary, the things that he experienced." She added that the sacrifice of Mr Hemingway's generation were absolutely incredible. Those who fought in the 3.5-month battle came to be known as the Few, after a speech by the then Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill. "Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few," he said of their sacrifices in battle. So, who was this man? Group Captain John Ormond Hemingway was born in July 1919 in Dublin, Ireland. He attended St Andrew's College, where he was accepted to serve in the Royal Air Force and was granted a short service commission on the 7th of March 1938. In January 1939, Hemingway began training in Brough, East Riding of Yorkshire in England, and in March was made a pilot officer. Things were happening fast. War broke out in September. Hemingway initially served in England with No. 253 Squadron RAF. In early 1940, Paddy was flying Hurricanes with No. 85 Squadron RAF in France. There he shot down a Heinkel HE-111 on the 10th of May, followed the next day by a Dornier 17, which damaged his aircraft, forcing a landing near Maastricht. During the Battle of Dunkirk 2 weeks later, he flew supporting missions over the English Channel. Hemingway fought in the Battle of Britain, waged from July to October 1940. His Hurricane was damaged on the 18th of August whilst over the Thames estuary, and he was forced to bail out. He was again shot down over Eastchurch on the 26th of August, making Hemingway 85 Squadron's first official combat victim over Britain. 5 days later, he damaged a Bf-109. In 1941, 85 Squadron converted to Havoc 2 night fighters. Hemingway was flying one of these on the 13th of May 1941 when its instruments failed in bad weather. He bailed out at low altitude, trying to avoid the tail, which made this difficult, but his right hand hit the tail, breaking his 2 fingers. He was able to pull his ripcord with the other hand, but the parachute failed to open fully. His fall was broken by a tree and he landed in a rubbish dump, surviving with injured ankles. He was then mentioned in dispatches and awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross. Exhausted, Hemingway was given generally light duties for several months. On the 7th of July 1941, he began serving with No. 1452 Flight RAF at West Mailing. He served as an air traffic controller during the invasion of Normandy. From April to December 1945, he commanded No. 43 Squadron RAF flying Spitfires. The squadron served in Italy, and Hemingway was shot down for a 4th time. With the Second World War over, Hemingway was posted to the Middle East. He was promoted from flight lieutenant all the way up to group captain, posted to the Air Ministry, from where he retired. Hemingway was one of the 9 surviving members of the few in July 2018. When William Clark died in 2020, Hemingway was the last surviving airman of the Battle of Britain. In June 2024, Hemingway met with the daughter of the young girl who he claimed had saved him from the Germans after he was shot down near the city of Ferrara, Italy in 1945. The meeting in Dublin came about after Hemingway and his family made an appeal to meet the girl who had hidden him and saved his life. John Hemingway was the last of the 36 Irish pilots who fought in the Battle of Britain. When asked to offer advice on how to achieve this milestone, he reluctantly said, "I can't say don't drink, I can't say don't fool around with people, I can't say don't fly airplanes, I can't say don't shoot and get shot at. I've done everything, and I'm an Irishman. The only advice I can give to people is be Irish." Hemingway died on the 17th of March 2025, aged 105. The Royal Air Force called it the end of an era. Thank you for watching. Liking and subscribing does promote news stories.